Jingle bells, OGGM. It's time to look at crowdfunding projects, because I'm going to sing Christmas carols to you for the next couple days. What's up, all the who's in Whoville? It is I, your favorite Grinch, the OGGM, coming to you live from Site B on this, the 6th day of Wednesday, 2023, the year coming to an end. And what a fucked up year for my family it's been. How y'all doing this morning? And why does it smell like bleach outside? I don't know. Somebody's probably doing something with chemicals that they're not supposed to do. Anyways, it's Wednesday, which means it's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game Kickstarter type things that are coming to our end. Our friends at Greedy Gorgon Press have reached out to us and asked us to take a look at their latest Kickstarter, Violent Night, A Christmas Carol. You know, these guys do a lot of music-related adventures. We've taken a look at them before, but if they were kind enough to take the 5 seconds to send me a link and ask me to take a look at it, I'm kind enough to take a look at it. So this is a D&D 5e adventure called A Christmas Carol. It's looking for its Kickstarter. It's reached its goal. It's exceeded its goal. It only wanted to make $63, and it's made $470. It's got 48 backers with 9 days to go, and it is a 5th edition adventure with also brings in some hilarity of an office Christmas party. I don't know. Anyways, your party is a band of cutthroat carol singers from the Winter Kingdom of Yule. Okay. You must use your skilled swords and angelic singing voices to succeed. All right. So it's a Christmas themed adventure built around singing Christmas carols. So obviously a bard would be cool. I don't know. It sounds goofy, but it might be fun for a Christmas one-shot, especially in the ridiculousness that is 5e. Sometimes it's nice to just hold 5e up by its, petard and turn it upside down and shake it a few times and go, dude, you're still just a silly game about elves with sticks. People are taking this way too seriously. So thank you for embracing the ridiculousness of 5th edition with this Christmas adventure. Happy to give you a shout out. The link down below if you want to support these guys in their Christmas Carol themed Kickstarter that's ending in 9 days. Okay, now moving on to the normal Kickstarters that are available on the Kickstarter page. As always, thanks to ENWorld for presenting us with these links. And nothing impresses me this week, but yeah, I don't know. You might see something you like. From Erigo, Erigo Studios, we have Kor Hadar's Gabriel Mayhems Compendium, a 5e campaign setting. Okay, I'm assuming Kor Hadar is the name of the world, and Gabriel Mayhem is the name of the individual who wrote it. This is a 5th edition source book. $60 is your most popular pledge. It gets you the PDF and the print version, plus many twice. Many new PDFs for the setting. It's a source book for the setting. It's got subclasses, monsters, relics, and all the other stuff. Basically, here's my world. I've converted it to 5e. I've got some new mechanics. I'm trying to take my ideas and square peg round hole them into 5e. Tons of new ways to address 5e. So if you're looking for a new world to play 5e in, this might be one to check out. Or you could be like me and be telling people to be very cautious with their 5th edition purchases until we know what, if anything, Wizards is doing next year. And, but as long as you use the SRD, you should be fine, at least until Wizards changes the SRD. From RPG Ramblings Publishing for the OSR, we've got Gary's Appendix, issue number 4. This is $16 zine, gets you the most popular pledge, gets you the PDF and the print version. Inspired by Appendix N for the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide and the infamous D&D Appendix from the DMG. Does the Appendix get more love than the actual book? I mean, yeah, Appendix N alone gets mentioned at least once a week, right? And the random tables from the Appendix and the random dungeon building thing, are what, like the holy grail of D&D. Everybody loves those tables. And every other random table ever printed is inspired by those random tables at the back of the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons DM's guide in the appendix. So do we love the appendix more than we love the actual book? I mean, personally, I can't tell you the last time I actually looked at anything in the DM's guide, but I go at the appendix and the tables all the time. So anyways, this is a zine. It's taken the idea of just here's a whole bunch of random stuff and improved upon it with all sorts of new OSR, OGL, AD&D type stuff, new monsters, new magic, new tables, stuff like that. So if you're looking for a $16 zine to up your OSR play, here you go. And of course, Gary's appendix, because it's based upon the appendix. It was written by Gary Gygax. From Onyx Path Publishing for Exalted, we have Abyssals, Sworn to the Grave for Exalted 3E. Excuse me, yawn. $25 gets you the PDF and the POD. So I still have to pay for it, but you're giving me a coupon to discount the version of the print. It's a fantasy world where gods roam the land, spirits rule cities, the dead have business to attend to, and heroes have powers to save the world. It's a 300-page source book that details the world of the Abyssal, undead champions in the world of Exalted. Are you familiar with the Exalted setting? Exalted was White Wolf / Vampire the Masquerade's attempt at a Asian anime-inspired fantasy setting, which some people really, really loved Exalted. But most people had no idea what it was. Much like White Wolf's superhero game, they should have just stuck with what they knew. From Bloat Games. Oh, God, yawning us lots. Oh, it's an Underworld tabletop RPG fantasy adventure inspired by retro video games. This is for Dungeons & Dragons, Dungeon Crawl Classics, Survive This, and all sorts of other OGL, OSR type adventures. It's $45 is the most popular pledge. It gets you the PDF and the print version of all three zines. It's basically taking the idea of retro video games and converting them to fantasy play. So it's inspired by games like The Eagle's Crest, Madness of the Magi, Full Dark. Each one offers maps, rewards, original monsters for 5e and other systems. It's based upon original retro video gaming, going so far as to have stats for even characters from Legend of Zelda. Of course, they can't call them characters from Legends of Zelda, so they're something else. But yeah, how does it? I mean, what does that mean? I'm taking the mentality of retro video games and converting it to current role-playing game thinking, and then it mentions Legend of Zelda. Is Legends of Zelda old enough that we now consider it a retro game? What does that mean? What does that mean? Does it mean like combat is run like it's in retro video games where everybody stands in a line? One person runs up, does their thing, and then runs back, and then the monster responds, and then you get noises like "patow, patow." I can't do it, but you know, I don't get it, but I have to see it played. From Kaiju Poet, we have Journey Through the Dying Lands, a anthology of fiction set in the world of Mork Borg. There's something I never thought I'd see. $20 is the most popular pledge. Get you the ebook and the print versions of the book. If you're going to download that ebook, check it for viruses before you open it. This is the first officially sanctioned Mork Borg collection of stories. Actually, it's the second one. He's already done one called Whispers of the Dead Saint. It offers 6 story anthologies along with a Mork Borg adventure. It has adventures, but stories written by a whole bunch of people whose names I don't recognize, including Kaiju Poet, Charles Bernard, Zach Goins, Harlan Link, Ian Cerveris, and Nate Southard. Congratulations to each and every one of you for getting published in the zine. So it's a series of stories set in the world of Mork Borg. So if you like grim dark, and you like really, really grim dark, and then you like really, 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 really emo goth grim, dark, hopeless, Morkaborg inspired Lovecraftian lunacy, and you want to read those in the comfort of your dark room, $20. I don't know if I want to get that depressed. I just take a bath in bathtub. I don't know. From Salty Games, we have 77 stories in New Edo. This is a source book. $6 gets you PDF of the book. It's a book of collection of plot hooks designed for cyberpunk. But instead of focusing on the normal depressing part of cyberpunk, it is all about the hope and change that is inspired by cyberpunk. The hope and change that the actions of your characters in the cyberpunk world will somehow in some way make it a better, because there's just that one person out there in the world of cyberpunk who's like, I want to save this world. I want to make this world a better place, right? That definitely, right? That is totally what cyberpunk is about, is hope and change. And the picture includes this Oni who is, what are you doing with your sword, sir? Are you, is that supposed to be a bong? Or are you like holding a shotgun to your mouth? And also your hand is stuck inside your bracelet. Not sure what's going on, but okay. That means some cute anime girl warning from Vincent Baker Entertainment. This is the other Vincent Baker, not the Vincent Baker, not Empire of the Petal from Vincent Baker. This is another guy. We have Death Send, a TTRPG inspired by Death Note played via texting. Hey, it's Alice is Missing. $49 gets you the PDF and print versions of the books. And what do? You text each other to tell them whether you're going to kill them or not. Play is conducted via text message, taking about 10 minutes a day. It's based upon a tarot deck. If you like Death Note, then you can like this game. Tick, tick, tap, tap, tap. Dear, tap, tap, tap. OGGM, tap, 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 tap. Today, tap, 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 tap. You, get a sandwich. Tap, tap. It's a role-playing game based upon Death Note where you're texting each other and trying to deduce things by texting the DM, and the DM texts you clues. But do you actually ever meet together? There's a chance somebody would misinterpret those texts as actual threats to their lives. This just sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. It sounds dumb, which means it'll probably be nominated for Tabletop Role-Playing Game of the Year, just like Alice is Missing was. Remember Alice is Missing? Remember how well Alice is Missing did sales-wise? Remember how popular it was after it was nominated Tabletop Role-Playing Game of the Year? Yeah, no one does. No one does. Who the fuck thought that was a good choice? And finally, from Jerry Joe Seltzer, we have Adventure Chess. It's the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. $8 is for the PDF. It combines the combat from Dungeons & Dragons with the movement from chess. So, 4th edition. Each character is represented as a chess piece, which grants their move. Each turn the player moves. When then things happen, you engage into D&D type stuff. So, it's having to play out your scenario on a chessboard in D&D, because there's something that's never been done before. Literally, how many dungeons had chess-based encounters in them in the old days? And what about Wizard's Chess, Harry? And 3D chess? Yeah, I mean, sure. It's not. It's been done 1,000 times before. But hey, maybe this guy gets it right. Often the complaints about the Dungeons & Dragons chess scenarios are they were written by people who didn't understand chess and played out by people who didn't understand chess. I know I played in a couple adventures that had chess rooms in them, and God, nobody at the table knew how to play chess. So we're all like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Can I cheat? I mean, I'm just going to walk over there. You can't. It's not within the rules of chess. Screw the rules of chess. Fireball. Maybe this guy gets it right. I don't know. For $8, might as well give it a curious look if that's something that you're into. And That's it. None of these stand out to me. This one, I mean, for $8, sure. This one sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. This one, I don't know. I mean, cheery, sunny, happy cyberpunk isn't cyberpunk. Mork Borg, vain attempt to bring Mork Borg back to what's the original intention of being the most grimmest, darkest, emoist, gothic, depressing, post-apocalyptic fantasy you could get. Maybe this guy's going to do it. I don't know. I don't get this one either. I don't really understand how you do, 8-bit classic video game tabletop role-playing. Exalted, the fan base that it has, very dedicated, loved it a lot, but, hindsight 2020, White Wolf should have just stuck with what they know. A zine of new stuff inspired by the appendix from the old DM's guide for $16. Sure, why not? And then this thing, another 5e by my world, where I've tried to convert my world to 5e, but I've changed a whole bunch of stuff, so it really isn't 5e anymore. It's my world. Sure, I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. None of these stand out to me, but don't listen to me. Hey, it's Tom. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there was like a series, wasn't there? Of interconnecting. They all were by the same guy and they all interconnected. And it was like telling a story. I remember at least 4. There might have been more. But yeah, they were all by the same guy. They were all supposedly interconnected. They all sort of told a story of this chess game because the chess covers didn't appear in the order that they were, in any order. I don't think he accomplished the goal, but if I remember correctly, that was what the individual who did those covers was trying to do. So, obscure Dragon magazine reference. You can probably find those pictures online if anybody remembers his name. I'm sure Yo Dano remembers his name. That guy's always reminding us of old artists from the old days. But we got distracted there for a second by Tom and Cal. Yeah, so if any of these sound like something you want to support, let me know. Thank you to our friends over at Grinning Gorgon for letting us know about their Kickstarter. For $6, it can't hurt to support a crazy little adventure based upon Christmas carols and just poking fun at 5e. And sometimes, especially these days, 5e needs to have fun poked at it. Till next time, I am your favorite Grinch, the OGGM. You know what you can get me for Christmas, don't you? That's subscribing to the vlog. If you haven't yet, help me hit 2,000 subs by the end of the year, and we'll do something crazy. Till then, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. Glaberin.